Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Major, part number HIT-24, HIT 24 Steel Door Strike Locator. Here it is. This is a two-piece system, and what this does is it allows you to accurately locate the center line of the strike in the jamb based on the guide that is attached to the edge of the door. Whether it be a lock set or a deadbolt, this contraption will allow you to find the center line. So what you would do is you would attach this to the edge of your door. That's 2 1/4. Oops. That's 2 1/4 tall, and it's 1 inch wide. Okay, that's going to fit into your commercial preparation, your commercial hollow metal door preparations, a 161 prep, a 160 prep. You know, whether it be 1 inch or 1 1/8 wide isn't going to matter. So you screw that in. Use the screws that will come with your lock. Then you'll take the indicator or locator pin, slide that through the 2 1/8 inch hole, back into the hole through here, and then out through the front it comes. And you can take on that, you can get that in there, and you can give it a little bit of a tap on there if you can get your fingers in there enough just to locate the center. Okay, you might come up with a different way of actually marking that onto the edge. If it's a wood frame, it's going to be pretty easy to mark that by hand. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the installation instructions, and then we're going to go over the rest of the information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the Steel Door Strike Locator. Steel door, wood door, I don't see there being a difference, steel door, wood door, steel frame, wood frame, as to any particular indication. The strike indicator position locator makes an otherwise drab job a lot easier. And what I mean by that is, where exactly do you position the strike in the rabbet in relationship to the center of the lock prep? And what I mean by that is, you have your door sitting in here, and this is your center line of your lock prep. Okay, the 2 1/8 inch hole that's going to go through the door. Let's obviously assume that this is in the center of the door, but the question becomes is, what's the dimension from the face of the door to the face of the stop, and what's the inset, the face of the frame to the face of the door? So you don't really know where on the rabbet to locate that. But when you get the door put into the closed position, and it is either making contact with the face of the stop that it would naturally be positioned, or there is a rubber mute in the frame. If it's a hollow metal frame, that's out of proportion actually, or if it's a mute that is in a wood frame, you'll have the door positioned correctly in location. You have the door held in the closed position that you can just insert that strike locator and mark that. So you're not worrying about this dimension, and you're not worrying about that inset dimension either. So that's what I'm driving at. I've prepped countless frames for locks, and you do that enough and you get really good at it. You do it once or twice and you find that you're filing the inside of the strike prep out because you don't have the center line in the rabbet in the correct location. So that's why this tool is helpful. It will give you the center line, so you're going to have to translate that to your outside positioning, whatever. However you're going to go about indicating your center line. But a tool like this can be very handy because it can locate to you exactly where you need to drill a whatever size hole to get you started, a 1 inch diameter hole, or some sort of position that will allow the mandrel from your hole saw to sit, or your butterfly bit, whatever the case is, and then you'll be able to margin it off pretty well from there. Extended description information down below. Steel Door Strike Locator. For locate the strike plate after installing a lock in a steel door. Let's fix that typo. Okay, for locating the strike plate after installing a lock and a steel door, just install the HIT 24 locator in the latch hole and use the 1/4-inch transfer tool to mark the exact location. An ideal companion for the pit bull latch forming tool. We'll take a look at that in a moment. There's a product brochure here. Let's look at the installation instructions first, which are indeed included with the hardware. That is what a standard steel door prep looks like, whether it be metal clad. That's going to be a relatively light duty door that's there. Obviously a honeycomb core prep that's there. Install your guide, HIT guide being mounted in the door. Use the mounting screws supplied with the lock to hold it in place. That's what it looks like when it's installed. There's your locator point. Pushing that in to make some contact with the rabbet in the frame. And there's your center. That's been referenced on the frame. They're showing a steel frame here. This is the exact center of the strike. Use this point to establish layout lines required for the strike cutout. See a listing of the strike mounting brackets we offer on our website to mount strike plates and steel jambs. Let's take a look at that as well. That's all there is to it. Okay, nice installation instructions from the manufacturer. The product brochure, let's click on that. So you have your steel door locator, but then you have your pit bull, your latch forming tool. That's going to allow you to get this apparatus installed down onto the edge of the hollow metal door. And as you tighten this, you're going to leave an impression as to where to cut the edge of that door for the latch preparation. This is not for use in all types of construction of steel doors, and I'll explain that. Let's copy our part number and let's open up another instance of the site and pull up this item. The point is we can look at the installation instructions and it will show us what we're doing. Got a hole started there. You've got your pit bull on there. Without getting into all of the details, this will show you how to leave that type of impression. They don't tell us the maximum gauge of steel that this would work on. This is going to be best used on light gauge doors, that's to be sure. My opinion is that you would probably get decent success out of a 20 gauge door, potentially an 18 gauge door, but beyond that I don't think you're going to have success. That would be my opinion. However, the majority of doors are 18 gauge when it comes to commercial hollow metal doors. So that's the pit bull that they're referring to. Now they also talked about mounting tabs that you could use. So let's click on now the link below this video to the manufacturer's page, which is here. From there we can pull up not only all of the major products we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And let's fire that up, and then we can take a look at, we'll just do a search by the word mounting. And we're going to find lots of instances of mounting. Maybe tab. Let's take a look here. Maybe a better term would be mounting bracket. I think that might help us. Okay, mounting bracket, sure. So here they are. They have tabs, they have mounting brackets that are used to allow you to attach the latch bolt not only to the door itself when needed, but the frame in this instance, because that pit bull is going to give you the indentation. You would then just drill and tap holes really into that door. But this will allow you to get strikes and latch bolts attached to steel doors, aluminum doors. Some of this material includes pop rivets for installing. Aluminum storefronts, very typical for that. If it's a hollow metal door, you could certainly just plug weld it and be done. The rest of this catalog is absolutely full, stem to stern, of all things lock installation tool related. and I would encourage that you review this catalog. When it comes to security hardware, aids, installation templates, jigs, guides, things of that nature, whatever word or term you'd like to use, Major would be a good source to review. They are manufacturing a comprehensive offering of this material where the fields continue to narrow when it comes to availability of products like Major manufacturers. Companies every couple years are discontinuing products. Major seems to be very robust in continuing manufacturing a lot of this material. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, the HIT-24 is a handy tool to have. I would certainly invest in this tool rather than guessing where the center of the latch is. An old carpenter's trick is literally, I was told many, many years ago, decades in fact, put a little bit of lipstick, they say, on the latch bolt and then throw the latch bolt, and that will mark it. Sure, less lipstick to wipe off when you're using a tool made for the process, but I can see the effectiveness of both methods, so take it for what it's worth. Any questions on the HIT-24 Steel Door Strike Locator or any other Major manufacturing product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.